Alright, man, it's Trucking Puppeteer, man. I'm back with a story time experience. You know what I'm saying? And this is just, well, I grew up, I was born in Texas, but I was raised in Atlanta. Like, I was born in Texas, but I didn't, like, go to school in Texas and nothing like that. So I did, we moved, my mom moved me and her, she was a single parent. It was me and her. We moved to Latonia when I was like going on 6. I probably like 6 or whatnot. So anyway, I done stayed on the east side, I done stayed on the south side, I done stayed on the north side. But this right here is mainly about the north side. And it be like folks don't give credit to the north side. Or they be like, oh, they ain't like that. Like, they be acting like the east side and the south. Again, I'm older now, so I ain't trying to glorify neither one of them. But I'm going to say this because a lot of folks be cap, man. A lot of folks be, or they might have just been from a certain side of town, so they didn't know. But I stayed in these hoods. Or certain, you know what I'm saying? I stayed in these areas, so I know. But anyway, this is about the north side, man. I did a little high school. I went to high school, middle school, high school, a little bit back and forth on the north side because we were going from the north to the south. After we left the east, we went to the we went to the south. Then we went from the south to the north. But anyway, so this is about my experience on the north side. And I'm gonna tell you the difference between the north side, the east side, and the south side. I never stayed on the west side. But the difference between the north side, the east side, and the south side is the north side, like I'm talking like Gwinnett County, like Buford Highway, like all these Norcross and all that. I'm talking about these areas. But it really like around Buford Highway and stuff like that. Pleasantdale Road, Indian Trail Road, like it's around there. Anyway, difference is north side has gang banging activities back then. Like this is like the north side was the one side I knew had gangs. East side had cliques. You have a little bit of gang in there, like certain people might be, you know what I'm saying? You might have like a couple folks inside these cliques. The south side, they had the cliques, but a couple folks in there might be associated with the gang and stuff like that. You had that. But the north side, really, it was not as many cliques. It was really gang members. You know what I'm saying? It was more gang activity back then. This is what I'm saying back from where I was at. On top of that, I went to Meadow Creek High School. Meadow Creek High School made the news one year, I seen. But Meadow Creek High School, when I went, and if folks that know, my cousin, a couple folks that we went to school, I still know. They'll tell you I ain't lying. So, Meadow Creek High School had the Asian Bloods, Asian Crips. You had some, you had a few Crips. You ain't had to, it wasn't a lot of blood like that. It was like a couple of them. But you had some GDs. You had the Brown Side Locos. You had MS-13. Like you had the Latin Queens, Latin King. You had these over. Anyway, you had them in there spread around. You know what I'm saying? At the time, I didn't really, cause I'm still like, you know what I'm saying? Boom. I'm kind of gang banging, but this is like the beginning, kind of sort of beginning of when it started. Like early middle school is where it started. You know what I'm saying? Because that's introduced in middle school. That's when it started. I was on the north side at this time, and that's the GDs. But anyway, every day we would come to school, man, it was like gang banging that shit. Then the neighborhoods we stayed in, so certain, you will know the Mexican neighborhood, it was by this Kroger. I forgot the name of the streets and all that, but it was by Kroger. They had all these, like, they had, you know this is it. You know this is it. And if you seen some, like, black folks in there, they were either cool with these folks and stuff like that. But, then certain neighborhoods you had, like, it was just mixed, but you knew, if you stayed there, you knew what side, like when you walk through this area over here, you're gonna see more of these. These apartments over here is dominant in this, like this Mexican gang. Like it was a lot of Mexican gangs, like for real. But again, you had a GD, you had a few of them, but then you had the Asian blood. Like it was more Asian Bloods and stuff like that than in the school than like regular like Bloods and Crips like that for real. But anyway, every day in school, man, the Crips used to beat up on the Asian Bloods, like for real. I ain't even kept it was seem like every day. Like every day we come to school, the section of the cafeteria we knew. And back then we always would tell the Crips like they was our cousin. So we ain't had no problem, but we wasn't beating up on the Blood. That was just what they did. Like that was their thing, picking at them. I think back then we had one vice lord, because he used to sell like how folks sell snacks. He used to sell snacks in school. Like he had a duffel bag. Then when I first seen it, like I see folks now talking about stuff like that. Now this dude was getting it, bro. He had a duffel bag with the Capri Suns, the honey bun cakes and stuff. He had everything. You know what I'm saying? He had everything. But anyway, back to the story. Experience, it was dominant with like gangs in his school. So I remember one time, this how I found out one of the dudes I was cool with. He was I don't know, he brown side. He was something. He was a part of a Mexican. He big, too big Mexican, bro. He tall as hell, big. He my partner though. We cool, but he knew what I like. We all knew. But one day we were gambling. I think we were shooting dice or something. And I got in the hole and I owed him. Like I'm like, damn, bro, I owed the man all this money. So I'm really messed up. And I ain't even paying for real. Like I ain't paying him. And I remember we was in class, bro. And he was like, come on with me. Now again, you ain't no pushover or nothing like that now. So at this time, I ain't no pushover, folk know me, and I'm part of the football team, so I got to score if anything. But we went to the middle, like where it's upstairs and downstairs. We went in the doors right there. But I never forget, it was a whole bunch of them in there. And it was at the top, they was at the bottom. And he looked at me like, man, hey man, I fuck with you. I'm gonna give you a pass, bro. The man gave me a pass, bro. And the doors opened up, like no cap. We were gonna go down, but they had him deep, bro. They was not playing, but he was big as hell too. So it's like they stick together. They serious. Like, hey, close them doors. Don't let nobody in. Boom. I'm gonna get. And that was the first time I heard a person give a person a pass. I'm gonna give you a pass, bro. I fuck with you. After he gave me that pass, you know what I'm saying? I gave him the money and stuff like that. Well, I ain't give him money. I actually went and stole some items that equaled up to the amount. Like I used to steal a lot, man. Me and my cousin, we used to hit stores, Walmart, Target, all that. We used to hit them strong. Like so I basically got some electronics that equaled up to the amount that I owed him. And he was cool with that. And but that school again, this just trying to tell you how that school was gang banging. Like it was really gang banging in there, like within. So if the Crips got into it, hey, we at it. And this is around the time my mama had found. I was so proud to be a GD. I was so proud to be a GD, man. I got put in ISS one day. The teachers hated me in this school. They hated me, bro. They hated me so bad. That's a story time for real. They hated me so bad they gave me an award for doing good for a month. But look, when I was at yeah, but this school was like, I was so happy to be a GD. I'm in ISS, and I'll write my tag, like my set name. I'm writing it everywhere on the board, on the paper. I'm drawing it, hanging it up. I'm tagging up they wood, and I ain't thinking nothing. I'm just tagging. I had hit the school like so bad. Like, you know, when you walk in the hall the back, you gonna see my tag. You gonna see that 6-point star, 7-4. You gonna know it's me. I didn't know the police and the feds were watching me. I ain't know. This is how my mama found out I was GD. She had came to me one day. I was sitting playing the game, and she came to me, her and my stepfather, and had put down the stack and said, I can't believe this. All them papers was documents of the police and feds and them watching me. Hey, if you want part two,